Hello. It has been 3 months, or April, May, June, 3 and a bit months since I started my YouTube channel, and I've done a couple of videos, but it is time for the mid-year reflection stuff that I usually do in my journals, and I haven't been wanting to share that stuff. Just haven't had space to do a lot of YouTube as much as I wanted. You can see it's hot, it's sweaty, it's 36 degrees in the south of Spain, and a lot of personal stuff is going on. I'm in the middle of packing because I have to move house, and it's been extremely stressful. Wada, blah, 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 right? But I've been wanting to reflect. And so I did some reflection today. And usually my reflections go into my journal, and basically I figure out goals and what I've achieved so far this year and what I still want to achieve, and all of my normal journaling, intentionalism, consciousness coaching stuff, which always works for me, right? But this year, because I'm in the middle of this mini, let's say, life crisis, I'm trying to figure out how to pivot, how to move on from this point of this little mini space that I'm in, right? Um, and the only thing that comes to mind is, how can I let go what has already happened this year and how I've dealt with it and where my mental health has been at, and how do I go from that point and pivot to 180 degrees and move in the direction that I want to be in. And it's always the same things. Obviously, it's goals: lose weight, eat better, and exercise, right? So that's what I'm going to continue with. But I'm going to turn it into a series, right, where I focus on Project MAGA. Now, I know that MAGA is quite controversial at the moment, but because my name is Aurelia, starting with the letter A, it literally means Make Aurelia Great Again. Now, a lot of people, when you talk about your journey and your mental health, people are like, oh, but Aurelia, just you need to accept where you are in your life right now, and no, and I completely agree with all of that, don't get me wrong. But if I had to imagine peak Aurelia, when I was my most self, right, I call it my muchness, I was the most Aurelia-ness that I could be, was circa 2018. And sorry, it's so hot. My hair is just sweaty. And I want to make Aurelia great again. So I'm starting a Project MAGA. You can, well, I mean, come along with me. You don't have to call it anything else. I'm going to call it Project MAGA, where I'm going to be focusing on three things, right? Those things are saving as much money as possible, going completely under consumption, being frugal, not spending any money. I'm going to try and keep you guys on that journey with me. Focus on my my weight loss and my health, because I weigh nearly 84 kilos and I'm quite short. I'm 5'2". That's just, we're taught to love ourselves, but on a realistic page, that's just not acceptable, especially for my age. Things start going, the knees start going. No. So I want to try and keep you along for that. And which goes with the eating. Obviously, eating and weight loss for me are all connected because I'm an emotional eater. And then I really want to try and figure out a way to get back into my consciousness coaching, right? I had a consciousness coaching business in that 2017, 2018 era, where I was helping lots of people and sort of just holding the mirror up for people to figure out what they want going forward and stuff. And I think this is basically me going to learn how to coach myself, I guess. I'll take you on with the journey for me. We'll do it together. But those are the three things. My intentional being is the name of my consciousness coaching company. You can find me on, for example, Instagram, that I still have up and available at the moment. So intentional being, health and weight loss and fitness and eating and sort of well-being overall, and then being super frugal. The super frugal is that we were trying to buy a property here in Spain, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason. And we need to start again from scratch, which is, as many people know, quite difficult. So, starting from scratch all over again. Basically, I want Project Mega. I want to focus so hard in the next 6 months, well, between like July now until the end of the year, and see how much progress I can make in 6 weeks, in 6 months. People say that, your life can change in 3 months, or your life can change in just a moment. So, fuck, if other people can do it, why can't I do it? Why can't we do it? So yeah, I'm gonna lock in. That's the new thing that people are saying on TikTok. Locking in, gonna see where I can go, what is gonna happen in the next 6 months, and I'm gonna take you along on that journey. I'm gonna put it under the bracket of Project Maga, because it will be different from my like journaling stuff. I do a lot of, well, I'm trying to curate journaling videos on this Intentional Aurelia page, and just other stuff where I go into like spiritualism and religion and stuff. So there's this page is still figuring out what its purpose is, but besides just being intentional, right? But I hope you come with me, and if this is something that you're interested in, just comment down below that it's something that you'd also be keen on, and let's get on this journey together. If this is your first video, welcome to the chaos of Intentional Aurelia. No, I'm just joking. The chaos is mild. No, this is just a page where I'm trying to figure out my own stuff. I'm 35 years old. I decided on my birthday that I needed something more, because I felt that I've lost my way completely. In some ways, I know exactly what I want and I know where I'm headed. But in other areas, for example, my weight and my mental health, still on a journey. So I hope you come on this journey with me. And otherwise, guys, I'll catch you hopefully soon in the next one. Bye.